They even fake the bills sometimes, and that she can have the money. This scam probably never happened to me. Hello, I am Dan, Vinted reseller, and in this video we're going to dive into this topic and I will show you the 3 most common scams on Vinted that can happen to you anytime. I have been on Vinted and other selling platforms for a few years now, so I know what I'm talking about. Let's get into the video. And we'll start with the one less common and end with the one most common. Number 3 is when they want to communicate in different apps, not pay it on Vinted, but they want to pay through some different methods. For example, through Revolut or something like that. And they just don't want to do anything through Vinted. I'm going to tell you how I was scammed once. This actually didn't happen to me on Vinted, but I think I should talk about this here because it's important for you to stay alert. So that was like 2 years ago. I was selling some Lego. It was when I was starting with the reselling and I didn't have much experience yet. And I wanted to try some other platforms. And soon I realized that Vinted is like one of the safest platforms out there. So I tried one platform that used to be very popular in my country. So I listed the Lego and then only after a few minutes, a woman texted me that she's interested, and after a little chat we had, she said if it's okay if she pays and then a certain shipping company will come to my home and take the package and send it to her. The shipping company actually does this, so I thought that it is going to be fine. So she sends me the link where I can withdraw the money. And there was a page where I had to sign up and fill password and username of my bank account. And I was like 15 at that time and pretty stupid. So I filled the details. And it's actually like so dumb because right now I'm thinking why didn't I realize, but I'll tell you later in the story. And it didn't work. So I was trying it for a few more hours and then I called to my bank and said what's happening. And the woman I called with said that no shipping company side would want my bank details like this, and that it's a scam. I didn't know this, so that's why I got like scammed so easily. And I was like, damn, that's bad. How could I be so stupid? Because if you were never scammed before, you look at it differently and think that something like this couldn't happen to you. But I was so wrong. So long story short, I changed my password and the username and my bank account was blocked for a little while. But this experience taught me how to spot these scams, so in the end, this experience was worth it, and thanks to it, I am more safe when selling items on these platforms. But if someone scams you like this on Vinted, the support won't be able to help you because it didn't happen on Vinted. Scam number 2 is when someone orders something from you, and when the package arrives, they report to you to Vinted that the package arrived damaged, or that the thing they ordered is missing, or that the thing doesn't work, etc. I created a video where I read stories that happened to you guys on Vinted. And I remember that I read a story where this exact scam happened. And unfortunately, the thing is that Vinted usually stands on the side with the buyer because it's obvious that someone could try to scam the buyer. And in the story that I read in the video, I mentioned the seller lost that case. I don't know what to call it. This scam probably never happened to me. That is why sending things like electronics can be a little risky because people can just say that the item doesn't work. And how are you going to prove that it works from miles away? How can you prove that something works over the internet? I remember selling headphones for like $15 and I wasn't even reselling them. I just wanted to get rid of them. They were almost new, like use only once. And the woman I sold it to texted me that the microphone doesn't work. And I was like, okay, but I don't know how is it possible because they were new, as I mentioned, and when I used them, everything worked perfectly fine. And they were new, as I mentioned, so I was kind of annoyed. But I told her that she doesn't need to send them back because it's $15, okay, and that she can have the money. And I don't know what happened after or how she communicated with Vinted or even if she like communicated with Vinted, but I got the money anyway, so she probably found out how the microphone works, because in some apps you need to go to settings for the microphone to work. So number 1 is when they sell fake items but list them as original ones. This is number 1 because you can see so many listings like that every day and like posts about it on social media. Because who would sell new AirPods Pro 2nd generation for $150? Just why? Even if you went to to some store where they buy phones and accessories, you would get more money. And AirPods is what these sellers like to sell the most. They even fake the bills sometimes, just so you would believe it's an original piece. I actually talked about this in my previous videos about Vinted because there's another side of this scam. Somebody has to sell these replicas to the resellers in the first place, right? And you've probably seen some videos where some guys who don't even show their faces talk about how profitable this business is and how much money you can make per month. But then they want you to go on the website in their bio where they sell these AirPods for really low prices, so you could resell them for the big profit. But fortunately for us, if you're selling fakes and Vinted finds out, you will get banned. So if you're thinking about this business model, think twice please. Because if you have some money on your Vinted account and you get banned, then I think it's like not possible for you to withdraw the money. You probably heard about this, so if you really want to buy some AirPods on Vinted, just check if they're real first. And the sellers can be like really creative sometimes, so be extremely careful. But I think it's better if you want to buy AirPods and want to be sure everything is okay, to buy them from some licensed website or store or from Apple itself. Guys, be safe on Vinted and see you in the next video.